Today, nature truly did not hold back. Mud flooded through homes, lightning struck dangerously close, hail pounded down like an ice storm, and red-hot lava lit up the night sky. Every scene makes viewers hold their breath because in just 1 second, everything familiar can change completely. A torrent of mud swept through the Oak Glen Steakhouse on Oak Glen Road, forcing a man nearby to run as the mud kept surging forward.
Oh my God.
The breathtaking beauty of the Rocky Mountains comes with unpredictable risks as a sudden rock slide exposed the frightening power of nature.
Oh my God. Going. Oh my God.
Flooding disaster in China left haunting images. A house was swept into the river and collapsed right before residents' eyes. A frightening scene at a seaport underscored that safety around heavy machinery must never be taken lightly. A peaceful day suddenly froze in time when a ship slammed into a lift bridge, leaving a major shock, but ending in relief. No one was injured. A split second close to danger left everyone frozen, but the most precious thing remained. No one was injured and lives were spared. A bus crashed through a fence in a cloud of dust. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the shock left the whole neighborhood speechless. This overeager truck nearly turned a bridge into a racetrack. Remember, speed and vision are your best allies on narrow crossings. When the weather decides to join the game, every strategy stops. A Peruvian dust storm swept through, proving even nature loves to steal the spotlight. In a life-or-death moment, compassion spoke through action, reminding us that even 1 second of carelessness on the tracks can come at a very high cost. A wrong decision while making a U-turn caused a motorcycle to crash. An important lesson: always slow down, observe carefully, and prioritize safety over haste. A car bumper suddenly came loose and flew straight into a Mercedes windshield. A breath-holding moment that ended safely when the driver braked in time. A rotting tree collapsed as a vehicle passed by. Fortunately, the driver was unharmed. Nature always holds unexpected dangers that deserve respect. In a split second, the front wheel flipped violently, the three-wheeler swerved and tipped over, a heart-stopping moment that ended in relief.
Whoever owned that car getting a brand new ride.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
1 second all is calm, the next the road disappears. In Dale City, a sinkhole swallowed a car whole, proving that nature still holds surprises no map can predict. When weight exceeds the limit, even machines can't hold on. A striking example that engineering and safety must always go hand in hand. A chaotic moment in Austin. The driver screamed in panic as the car slid quickly down an ice-covered slope. In your opinion, what factor caused the pickup truck to lose control while driving near a residential area like this? A single moment of confusion sent an SUV crashing through the glass front of a pizza shop. A tense scene that ended in relief when no one was injured. Water surged through the streets as a small car fought inch by inch against the current. Neon lights still glowed in Las Vegas, but in that flood, people were reminded how small we truly are beneath nature's force. The Telemundo newsroom suddenly became a shaking studio. Even as the floor rocked beneath them, the journalists stayed calm and composed true professionalism in the face of chaos. Avoiding one obstacle came at the cost of the entire vehicle. Fortunately, the people were safe, leaving behind an unforgettable lesson. An everyday winter moment, a man slips on a snow-covered lawn, then gets back up and continues on his way. In an apartment parking lot, a car crashed into a fire hydrant, sending a massive column of water shooting into the air as the driver opened the door and ran from the vehicle. A strange sight on a busy street, a drying rack patiently blown across the road by strong wind, a reminder that high winds can create unexpected hazards. Bears in New York happily play with their caretaker, a close, heartwarming moment that leaves viewers smiling. Amid a sea of fire, a massive smoke column rose and twisted like a furious dance of the earth itself, terrifying, yet stunningly surreal.
Hey, put the backpack on your left.
Inside their cars, people watched in silence as hailstones hammered the windows, frightened, amazed, and deeply aware of nature's strength.
Beautiful to watch.
When warm harbor waters met falling hail in Sydney, the surface began to steam. Not magic, but atmospheric physics in action. Nature has a way of turning science into wonder.
Beautiful to watch.
The The ground seemed to burst apart in Laiyi village as heavy rain triggered landslides, revealing the uncontrollable force of extreme weather.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
A breath-holding moment on Highway 101 when a hillside suddenly collapsed. Caltrans workers managed to evacuate the area safely in time.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Whoa! Back up.
Right in the middle of a bustling city, the ground can collapse in seconds, a chilling reminder of nature's unpredictable power.
Why are they coming toward us?
A herd of bison calmly blocks the road in Yellowstone National Park, a slow, humbling moment, reminding humans they are just passing guests.
Oh yeah,
Or to Budget's
yeah.
car.
That makes me worried.
Oh my gosh.
My God.
I'm scared.
This
Massive. Look how huge he is.
we can.
A bear cub playing in the snow for the first time at a Finnish wildlife reserve, a moment of pure innocence that melts everyone's heart. A truck in North Carolina becomes an unexpected target as an entire family of curious bears climbs inside, creating an unbelievable scene outside a home. In the winter of Tasmania, a wombat trots along through the snow beside a person, a small moment that is enough to melt hearts. A lightning bolt tore through the night sky at a quiet intersection, a violent flash amid storm warnings that made everyone who saw it hold their breath. During a storm in Sydney, lightning struck just a few meters from a man, an action-movie-like moment that took everyone's breath away. The Houston area was hit by severe hail during a thunderstorm, as cars parked outdoors became targets for a barrage of ice falling relentlessly. Giant hail battered Rockhampton, Queensland, slamming into homes and vehicles and leaving heavy damage in the aftermath of the severe storm. An unbelievable scene in Taif as hail fell in the middle of summer, creating a stark contrast with the normally hot climate of the Mecca province. A waterspout suddenly struck the coast of Clearwater, Florida, with powerful winds blowing umbrellas and chairs away and sending tourists fleeing in panic.
Oh my god! Look at that.
Across the vast landscape of the UAE, towering dust columns rose into the air, a rare moment that left all who witnessed it in silence. Heavy rain and strong winds simultaneously hit Avon by the Sea, New Jersey, turning the beach into a storm of flying sand during an intense thunderstorm. Floodwaters poured into a Paris subway station, a serious warning about urban flooding and the importance of drainage systems and emergency response. Flooding turned the main street of Adelong into a vast sheet of water, leaving a tense and unsettling scene after the storm. Floodwaters poured into a bus during the Seoul flooding disaster, a clear warning about the risks posed by extreme weather. Just a few life or death seconds, earth and rock crashed down violently. A truck vanished into a cloud of dust, and the driver survived thanks to quick reflexes. With just one heavy rain, an entire mountain seemed to wake up. Nature isn't angry, only quietly reminding humans to slow down and be more cautious. Under the skies of Bangkok, rooftop swimming pool water spilled over after a strong earthquake, revealing a dramatic moment of nature's force. Want to see more unbelievable but real moments? Like the video, comment more, and don't forget to subscribe to follow the next episodes in the series. A tense moment in Salt Lake City as a strong earthquake caused a building to sway, forcing people inside to flee urgently. Can the Bella Bridge on the Kodari Highway be restored soon after this terrifying landslide? The streets of Wyoming turned into rivers, and drivers tried to keep control of their vehicles as the water rose, a battle between humans and nature.
No!
You won't believe your eyes. A massive sinkhole in Florence swallowed more than 20 cars in seconds, a metal breakfast that left the entire city stunned. Drone footage shows a large shark appearing near a New York beach with schools of fish tightly surrounding it, creating a dramatic natural scene. A humpback whale suddenly surfaces off Newfoundland, startling boaters with a moment of raw, powerful closeness to nature. A time-lapse video captures newly hatched leatherback turtle hatchlings crawling toward the sea on a Costa Rican beach. A tiny survival journey filled with emotion. A heartwarming moment at the Tacoma Zoo as a sea lion presses its nose against the glass like a morning greeting to the staff. Southern Ontario was shaken as a storm hit with strong winds sweeping everything away and leaving haunting, nearly blown away moments behind.
Very windy down here.
Powerful winds whipped up blinding sand in Matagorda as Tropical Storm Nicholas approached Texas, signaling dangerous weather closing in on the coast. When encountering a sandstorm that completely obscures the roadway, what should a driver do first to ensure safety? Recently, a new gas vent opened on Cumbre Vieja, showing that gases and magma are finding new paths through layers of rock and earth. Lava from the Cumbre Vieja volcano poured down across La Palma, a violent display revealing the Earth's uncontrollable power. A snow whirlwind spun up across a Shetland field while people were feeding sheep, turning an ordinary moment into a dramatic natural scene. The southern shoreline of Lake Michigan was heavily impacted by strong winds and relentless snowfall and unforgiving winter on full display. The Grand Canyon shook when massive rocks fell in an instant, the thunderous sound and clouds of dust leaving witnesses stunned. Lightning flashes lit up the skies of North Texas, illuminating fires below and creating a scene both dazzling and tense amid the violent storm. A heart-stopping moment in Florida reminds us that aviation accidents can happen without warning. Can you imagine what it feels like when the summit of La Palma volcano collapses and lava suddenly surges more violently? A powerful hailstorm ravaged western Montana, turning the entire area white as if winter had arrived in the middle of a violent storm. Strong thunderstorms swept across Texas, bringing heavy rain, large hail, and fierce wind gusts, causing widespread damage. A waterspout formed offshore in Choctawhatchee Bay, Florida, its spiraling column of water rising from the sea in a scene both spectacular and caution-worthy. A waterspout spun violently amid torrential rain off Daytona Beach, a towering column of water rising dramatically over the rough sea. A sudden flash flood after the storm submerged a street in New South Wales, turning traffic into an uncontrollable flow of water. Southern Alaska was battered by strong winds during a blizzard as snow and wind merged into a fiercely white, storm-filled landscape. Raging floodwaters surged towards storm chasers during a flash flood in Arizona, a tense moment that made every witness's heart race.
Front wall of the flash flood, Big Bug Creek, right here in. Whoa.
That's why I didn't want to go there.
It's filling up at my feet here. Oh.
Catania was shaken after a bout of extreme weather as damage to property and loss of life were gradually confirmed. A powerful storm accompanied by a tornado warning struck Oklahoma City, darkening the sky and casting a tense atmosphere over the entire area. A dog in Florida makes viewers smile as it innocently introduces itself to a dolphin in an irresistibly cute moment.
Wally, what are you doing, buddy? Wally!
Huge swarms of giant spider crabs gather densely on the seafloor of Port Phillip Bay, forming a strange and overwhelming natural spectacle. A two-spot octopus appears in front of a diver's camera in Victoria, creating a rare sight that excites ocean lovers.
So look, the kids here are full of baby octopus. I've never seen it. In my hand is a baby octopus. It's beautiful. Let's put you back in the water. There you go.
After all the images you've just seen, what remains is not only awe, but also a sense of how fragile humans are before the vast earth. Nature is always beautiful, but it can also be incredibly harsh. If you want to continue witnessing rare moments like these, follow the channel so you don't miss the next episode.